Kinda got the sunlight on a very short leash, so I learned to hunt it like a hungry kind of beast. Out the door at 7 when the sky's turning blue. Every bit of morning is a thing I have to do. Cold on my knuckles and the breath is like a cloud. Headphones playing something with the bass, I'm very loud. Running up the hill where the city starts to glow. Everything is quiet and the world is very slow. Nobody out here but the birds and the light. Everything I chase is turning heavy into bright. By the time the day begins, I already saw the goal. Chase daylight, that is the story that I told. Up before the world, out before the noise. Everything I want is in a simple little choice. Grab the hour early, hold it very tight. Every single morning I will chase daylight. Chase daylight, chase daylight. Catch it while it climbs. Everything I love is on the other side of time. Chase daylight, never let it pass. Every bit of morning is a diamond in the glass. Run it down and hold it in my sight. All I ever do is chase the daylight. Gold in the hood, in the window, gold on the street, gold on my shoulders and gold on my feet. Everything is easy when the morning is right. All I ever do is chase the daylight. Summer is a gift and the daylight is long. Evening after dinner I can still go strong. But the winter is the season that decides who you are. When the dark comes early and the gym feels far, that is when the habit has to carry all the weight. Because the feeling is not coming and the feeling shows up late. So I chase it in the morning while the chasing is still clean. Before the day can argue and before the day gets mean. 20 minutes outside even when it looks like rain. Something in the day is a medicine for the brain. Came back different and I never really knew. Chase daylight, it would do it for you. Up before the world, out before the noise. Everything I want is in a simple little choice. Grab the hour early, hold it very tight. Every single morning I will chase daylight. Chase daylight, chase daylight. Catch it while it climbs. Everything I love is on the other side of time. Chase daylight, never let it pass. Every bit of morning is a diamond in the glass. Run it down and hold it in my sight. All I ever do is chase the daylight. Some mornings it is gray and there is nothing in the sky. Still I put the shoes on and I still go by. Cause the light is not the point and it never really was. It is the going and the moving in the simple little cars. Daylight is a reason and a reason is enough. Everything gets easy when you find your kind of stuff. Saturday I chase it with a longer kind of loop. Coffee in my hand and the whole world in the scoop. Walk down to the water while the fog is on the bay. Nothing on the schedule and there's nothing in the way. Stretch it on the bench with the sun across my face. Everything about it is a very human place. In the gym at 10 and the barbell is warm. Easy heavy singles in a very steady form. Home by the noon with a whole day left. Everything I stole from the morning is a theft. Best kind of stealing and it never leaves a mark. Chase daylight before it turns to dark. Up before the world, out before the noise. Everything I want is in a simple little choice. Grab the hour early, hold it very tight. Every single morning I will chase daylight. Chase daylight, chase daylight. Catch it while it climbs. Everything I love is on the other side of time. Chase daylight, never let it pass. Every bit of morning is a diamond in the glass. Run it down and hold it in my sight. All I ever do is chase the daylight. Came up, everything they used to spill is sitting in a cup. Sleeping like a baby and I wake without a fight. Every little system is finally set right. Doctor said my numbers are the best they ever been. All I did was walk into the morning and begin. So I tell my people when they ask me how I feel, go outside at sunrise and it starts to get real. Nothing on the screen can compete with what it gives. Chase daylight, and that is how a person lives. Chase daylight, catch it while it climbs. Everything I love is on the other side of time. Chase daylight, never let it pass. Every bit of morning is a diamond in the glass. Run it down and hold it in my sight. All I ever do is chase the daylight. See you in the morning where the goal begins. Every single sunrise is a stack of little wins. Nothing in the evening ever felt this clean. Everything I chased was a thing that I've seen. One more sunrise and I will be alright. All I ever do is chase the daylight. Yeah. Yeah. Bells on the beat, got it on. Yeah. Grip on the bar and the whole world narrows down. Just me and the iron and the echo in this town. One rap, easy. That is only where it starts. 10 more after that is where it gets to be an art. Feel the floor push back like it wants me to succeed. Body keeps the promise that my brain agreed to need. Every single rise is another vote for who I am. Building up a person out of patience and the plan. Nothing here is magic, it is math and it is time. Stack a little effort and eventually you climb. Set it down, breathe it out, look up at the light. Rise and rep into the heavy stars to feel alive. Up and down, the rhythm never lies. Count it out and watch a stronger man rise. One more, that is all I ever need. Rise and rep and let the iron plant the seed. Rise and rep, keep the motion clean. Building up the strongest version ever seen. Rise and rep, let the numbers grow. Every little rise is how the whole thing shows. Hands on the bar and my heart up in my chest. Rise and rep, never settle for the second best. Count it, want it, 1 and 2 and 3. Count it, that is how you set it free. Count it, all the way to 10. Put it down and pick it up, then rise again. First time in here, I could barely hold the phone. Shaky little wobble in the room that felt too warm. Now I know the tempo, and now on the way I move. Muscle memory, quietly deciding what to prove. Breathing on the way down, driving on the way up. Slow is not a weakness, slow is filling up the cup. Nobody gets stronger from the sets, they never do. So I greet the boring middle and I push it through. Rep 11 whispers that I probably should quit. Rep 12 is the reason that I never listen to it. Chalk dust in the sunlight and my forearms getting tight. Every rise a little proof I am doing something right. Up and down, the rhythm never lies. Count it out and watch a stronger man arise. One more, that is all I ever need. Rise and rep and let the iron plant the seed. Rise and rep, keep the motion clean. Building up the strongest version ever seen. Rise and rep, let the numbers grow. Every little rise is how the whole thing shows. Hands on the bar and my heart up in my chest. Rise and rep, never settle for the second best. Progress is not loud and it never sends a text. It just quietly arrives inside whatever I do next. 1% a session is a mountain in a year. That is how the impossible eventually gets near. So I keep the ritual and never break the chain. Same bar, same breath, same beautiful again. Speakers hitting hard and the bass is in my spine. Records full of iron and today the choice is mine. Warm up with the empty and I finish with the stack. Every honest set is money, going in the back. People chase a shortcut, but the shortcut is a myth. Only thing that ever works is showing up the lift. 2 plates, 3 plates, 1 day, maybe 4. Body keeps on answering and knocking at the door. Sweat is on my temple and my focus does not shake. Counting out the reps like everyone is what I make. Nothing in the mirror happens quicker than it should. Rise and rep and trust it, that is how you make it good. Up and down, the rhythm never lies. Count it out and watch a stronger man arise. One more, that is all I ever need. Rise and rep and let the iron plant the seed. Rise and rep, keep the motion clean. Building up the strongest version ever seen. Rise and rep, let the numbers grow. Every little rise is how the whole thing shows. Hands on the bar and my heart up in my chest. Rise and rep, never settle for the second best. Same rack, but the weight is not the same. Everything I moved before is lighter than it came. That is the whole story and it never gets more deep. Show up on the days you feel like staying half asleep. Count another 12 and let the aching be the sign. Something in the body is agreeing to align. Give me 1 more month and I will show you what I built. Nothing it was given and nothing it was guilt. So I chalk it up again and put my hands in place. Rise and rep me myself with the smile across my face. Rise and rep, keep the motion clean. Building up the strongest version ever seen. Rise and rep, let the numbers grow. Every little rise is how the whole thing shows. Hands on the bar and my heart up in my chest. Rise and rep, never settle for the second best. Rise and rep, until the evening turns to night. Until the evening turns to night. Until the evening turns to night. Until the evening, my favorite kind of 10. Strongest Sunday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sunday used to be the day I let it all unwind. Pizza on the sofa and a very foggy mind. Woke up on a Monday feeling heavier than lead. Everything I planned was already dead. So I flipped the whole thing over and I made it something new. Sunday is the launch pad for the week I have to do. Groceries in the morning and the meals are in a row. Everything is ready before the Monday has to go. Hour in the gym with the very easy pace. Nothing too aggressive, just a smile across my face. Walk in the afternoon with the family in the sun. Strongest Sunday means the week is halfway won. Nothing in the Monday ever has to be a war. Everything I handle was already at the door. Set it up, let it up, let it out. Keep it light. Everything on Sunday makes the Monday right. Rest a little, move a little, love the day. Stronger Sunday keeps the mess away. Stronger Sunday, setting up the week. Everything I need is in a very simple streak. Stronger Sunday, quiet and prepared. Nothing on a Monday ever catches me scared. Cook it, put it all in place. Stronger Sunday, with a smile across my face. Sunday, laying down the track. Sunday, I never look back. Monday comes in and it finds me ready. Stronger Sunday, keeping everything steady. Chicken in the oven and the rice is on the stove. Containers in the line like a very simple code. Every little meal that I never have to think is a decision I already made before the brink. Baggage by the door with the clothes inside the pack. Everything I need for the Monday I attack. Calendar is open and I look it in the face. Every hard appointment gets a very early place. Nothing is a surprise when I did the work before. Stronger Sunday, knocking every problem to the floor. People think the week is where the discipline is grown. Truth is that the Sunday gets the seed that I have sown. Water it on Sunday and the Friday will be grown. Plan it out. Everything on Sunday makes the Monday right. Rest a little, move a little, love the day. Stronger Sunday keeps the mess away. Stronger Sunday, setting up the week. Everything I need is in a very simple streak. Stronger Sunday, quiet and prepared. Nothing on a Monday ever catches me scared. Cook it, put it all in place. Stronger Sunday, with a smile across my face. Rest is not the enemy and rest is not a sin. Rest is where the muscle and the mind begin. So I take the afternoon and I put the phone away. Everything can wait until the middle of the day. Nap is on the couch and the sunlight is warm. Stronger Sunday is a shelter in the storm. Easy little session with the dumbbells and the mat. Nothing that will wreck me, nothing crazy about that. Just enough to tell the body that we still agree. Every single Sunday is a soft delivery. Stretch it very slowly and I breathe it in and out. Everything is quiet and there isn't nothing left to shout. Then along a walk with the podcast in my ear. Everything about the week is suddenly clear. By the three big things that I wanna get done. Stronger Sun is a Monday fun. Nobody believes it till they try for a while. Then the whole entire week is walking with a smile. Set it up, plan it out. Everything on Sunday makes the Monday right. Rest a little, move a little, love the day. Stronger Sunday keeps the mess away. Stronger Sunday, setting up the week. Everything I need is in a very simple streak. Stronger Sunday, quiet and prepared. Nothing on a Monday ever catches me scared. Cook it, plan it, put it all in place. Stronger Sunday, with a smile across my face. Yeah, Stronger Sunday. Yeah, we're stronger Sundays and the weeks are not the same. Everything is smoother and I hardly feel the strain. Monday is a friend and it never has a bite because I did the little pieces on a Sunday night. That is the whole trick and it sounds a little dull, but the dull is what will keep your entire cup full. So I pass it to whoever wants a better run. Give your Sunday something and your week is halfway won. Fold the laundry early and then rest without the guilt. Stronger Sunday is the house that I built. Stronger Sunday, setting up the week. Everything I need is in a very simple streak. Stronger Sunday, quiet and prepared. Nothing on a Monday ever catches me scared. Cook it, plan it, put it all in place. Stronger Sunday, with a smile across my face. Stronger Sunday, and the kitchen is warm. Stronger Sunday, and I am ready for the storm. Everything's folded and the plan is on the wall. Monday can come and I am ready for it all. One more Sunday and same. Strong as Sunday is the name. Is the name. Put a photo open and the history is long. Every single entry is another little song. January Monday when I barely knew the moves. All the way to now with 100 pounds of proof. I do not have the one layer the person can commit, because the paper trail is very clear about it. Rained on a Tuesday and I still went out the door. Sick on a Thursday and I did the bare floor. Travel weekend effort with a hotel and a mat. Still I found a way and there is nothing else like that. So when the down starts I open up the log. Track record talking through the middle of the fog. Check the tape, check the page, check the ears. Everything I did is louder than the fears. Evidence is stacking and it never lets me quit. Track record standing on the strength of it. Track record, written in the sweat. Everything I promised is a thing that I admit. Track record, longer every year. When the doubting gets loud, I just open it in here. All the days I showed up and I never made a scene. Track record talking and it says I am a machine. Page at the page it goes. Everything I did is a thing that shows. Nobody can argue with the ink in the years. Track record, louder than the fear. Start with just a month and it feels a little thin. And you hit 100 and the confidence comes in. Because history is armor and it goes a little thick. Every honest session is another solid brick. When a person tells me that I probably will fold, I just smile politely and I let the record hold. They do not see the mornings when the mattress made a case and I put my feet on the floor and wash my face. They do not see the evenings when the day I beat me down and I still win and lifted with the quiet kind of frown. All of it is written in the language nobody reads. Track record only speaks to those who plant the seed. Check the page, check the years. Everything I did is louder than the fears. Evidence is stacking and it never lets me quit. Track record standing on the strength of it. Track record, written in the sweat. Everything I promised is a thing that I admit. Track record, longer every year. When the doubting gets loud, I just open it in here. All the days I showed up and I never made a scene. Track record talking and it says I am a machine. Just a couple weeks in the middle of the fall. Record does not shame me and it does not care at all. It just sits there waiting for a person to return. Every honest comeback is a page that you can earn. So I picked it up again like nothing came apart. Track record forgiving and it always has a heart. New personal record on a regular day. Wrote it with a smiley and I put the pen away. Nothing in that moment felt especially grand. Just another entry from a very steady hand. But a year from Tuesday I will read it once again. And remember I was building when I did not know it then. That is the whole beauty of a quiet honest log. Every boring session is a lighthouse in the fog. So I never skip the writing even when it feels absurd. Because future me is gonna need to read the word. Telling him he did it and he did it every time. Track record is the reason I can climb. Check the tape, check the page, check the years. Everything I did is louder than the fears. Evidence is stacking and it never lets me quit. Track record standing on the strength of it. Track record, written in the sweat. Everything I promised is a thing that I admit. Track record, longer every year. When the doubting gets loud, I just open it in here. All the days I showed up and I never made a scene. Track record talking and it says I am a machine. Somebody just started and they asked me for advice. Only thing I tell them is to log it and be nice. Nice to the beginner that you are today. Because record needs a person who is willing to stay. Do not chase a highlight, just collect the ordinary. Stack 100 boring and it turns extraordinary. One day you will look at what the pages have become, and you will understand exactly where this trick is from. Not a single moment and no magical event, just a track record in the time you spent. Track record, written in the sweat. Everything I promised is a thing that I admit. Track record, longer every year. When the doubting gets loud, I just open it in here. All the days I showed up and I never made a scene. Track record talking and it says I am a machine. Open up the folder and the story is right there. Everything I carried and I never lost a care. One more entry at the bottom of the page. One more honest day and one more stage. Nobody can take what the ink already said. track record, living in my head. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Everybody waiting on a season to arrive. I decided Tuesday I will make one and survive. Peak is not a month and it is never on a chart. Peak is what you call it when you finally start. So I marked the calendar and circled up the date. 12 weeks running and I am not gonna wait. Meals in the fridge with the little labels on. Every single evening I am building up the dawn. Nobody can tell me that the timing is not right. Best time is always somewhere close to the night. So I flip the switch and now the whole thing is alive. Peak season starting and I plan to thrive. Nobody is coming so I gave myself the sign. Drew it in the calendar and made the whole thing mine. 12 weeks, one plan, all in. Everything I wanted is beneath my skin. No more waiting on a better reason. This right here is my peak season. Peak season, peak season. This is where I climb. Everything is sharper and I finally have the time. Peak season, peak season. Sweat is in the air. Every single morning I am showing up right there. Call it what you want, I call it treason. To waste another day at a peak season. Week 1, week 2, feeling it now. Week 3, week 4, changing somehow. Week 5 and the mirror starts to please. Peak season, moving through the trees. Week 6 is the wall and everybody hits it. Body wants a break and the mind wants to quit it. That is where the season gets decided in the dark. Everything before that was a very easy park. So I lower the weight, but I never miss the day. That is the difference and it always works that way. Week 7 feels lighter and my sleep is coming in. Week 8 I can see it in the corner of my chin. Nothing dramatic but the shape is on its way. Every single morning a percentage of a day, adding to a total that will show up in the end. Peak season, patience and a friend. Nothing in the middle ever felt this clean. 12 weeks, one plan, all in. Everything I wanted is beneath my skin. No more waiting on a better reason. This right here is my peak season. Peak season, peak season. This is where I climb. Everything is sharper and I finally have the time. Peak season, peak season. Sweat is in the air. Every single morning I am showing up right there. Call it what you want, I call it treason. So waste another day out of peak season. Peak is not forever and I know it does not stay. Seasons are a circle and they turn another way. But the person that I build inside of 12 hard weeks, that is who I keep and that is who I speak. So I do not feel the winter and I do not feel the fall. Every season teaches and I welcome them all. Week 10 and the whole thing is running on its own. Every single habit is a stone upon a stone. Waking up before the alarm and feeling fine. Everything I ask of me is answering the line. Heavier on Monday and I never even flinched. Progress is a ruler and I gain another inch. People start to notice and they ask me what I did. All I did was show up like a stubborn little kid. Week 11 glowing and my energy is high. Week 12 I am flying and I barely have to try. That is what a season is when you come in and hold. Peak season shining like a bar of gold. 12 weeks, one plan, all in. Everything I wanted is beneath my skin. No more waiting on a better reason. This right here is my peak season. Peak season, peak season. This is where I climb. Everything is sharper and I finally have the time. Peak season, peak season. Sweat is in the air. Every single morning I am showing up right there. Call it what you want, I call it treason. To waste another day out of peak season. End of the season and I take a couple weeks. Easy little walking and I let the body speak. Then I plan another one and set another goal. That is how you keep a life that never gets old. Peak to peak with a valley in between. Every single valley's where the growing gets clean. So do not fear the rest and then do not fear the start. Both of them are pieces of a very honest art. 12 more weeks and I will meet you at the top. Peak season rolling and it does not stop. Peak season, peak season. This is where I climb. Everything is sharper and I finally have the time. Peak season, sweat is in the air. Every single morning I am showing up right there. Call it what you want, I call it treason. To waste another day out of peak season. Circle up the day and let the season start. Everything I need is season breeze. Yeah. Golden hour hitting on the rack outside. Sun across my shoulders like a friend and a guy. Barbell one from sitting in the afternoon glow. Everything is simple when the light is moving slow. No mirrors out here, just the pavement in the sky. Gravity is honest and it never tells a lie. Tank top, chalk hands, breeze against my back. Counting up the seconds on a homemade track. Neighbors walking dogs while I press it overhead. Living in the sunlight where the doubting used to spread. Sweat looks different when it catches on the beam. Sunlight sets it better than the room in the machine. Wind is the only air conditioning I need. Warm light, heavy plate, easy breath. Nothing out here feels a thing like death. Just a body doing what a body loves. Sunlight sets, an open sky above. Sunlight sets, burning golden clean. Strongest kind of feeling that I even ever seen. Sunlight sets, one more in the glow. Everything I needed was a place to grow. Lifted in the daylight while the world moves by. Sunlight sets, and I am reaching for the sky. Yeah, gold on the iron, gold on my skin, gold in the feeling when the work begins. Gold on the pavement and gold on my face. Sunlight sets, my favorite place. Used to hide inside the basement in the dark, headphones on and hoping I could find a spark. Then I dragged it outside on an ordinary day. Something in the sunlight blew the heaviness away. Now the sky is my ceiling and the ground is my floor. Every honest that is knocking on the wider door. Birds and traffic mixing with the 808. Evening getting cooler while the body gets great. Kids on the corner asking what the wait is for. I just tell them freedom and I go and get some more. Nothing complicated, nothing hard to see. Sunlight sets are just a man becoming free. Warm light, heavy plate, easy breath. Nothing out here feels a thing like that. Just a body doing what a body loves. Sunlight sets, an open sky above. Sunlight sets, burning golden clean. Strongest kind of feeling that I even ever seen. Sunlight sets, one more in the glow. Everything I needed was a place to grow. Lifted in the daylight while the world moves by. Sunlight sets, and I am reaching for the sky. Yeah. Rain will come and take a couple days from me. That is alright, I will live beneath the tree. Nothing in the weather ever stops a made up mind. I will find the sunlight, or the sunlight will find. Either way I am is exactly where I left, waiting for a man who never lets it rest. Last set of the evening and the sky is turning pink. Pushing through the sticking point, too tired not to think. Shoulders full of fire and my legs are made of stone. One more honest effort than the whole day is my own. Wreck it, breathe it, look up at the fading blue. That is the reward and there is nothing I would trade it to. Cool air rolling in as the street lights start to hum. Body feeling grateful for the beating of the drum. Walk back home with the lightness in my chest. Sunlight in my memory and iron in my rest. Tomorrow I'll return when the goal begins again. Sunlight says my church and my amen. Warm light, heavy plate, easy breath. Nothing out here feels a thing like death. Just a body doing what a body loves. Sunlight sets, an open sky above. Sunlight sets, burning golden clean. Strongest kind of feeling that I even ever seen. Sunlight sets, one more in the glow. Everything I needed was a place to grow. Lifted in the daylight while the world moves by. Sunlight sets, and I am reaching for the sky. Summer made me stronger and the autumn made me tough. Winter taught me really when enough is not enough. Spring came around and I was standing there the same. Sun on the barbell and the fire in the frame. Seasons are just numbers on the calendar wall. Only thing that matters is I answered every call. So I chase the daylight while the daylight is here. Stacking up the sunlight into one strong year. Give me open air and a little bit of weight. Sunlight sets and everything is great. Every golden evening is a page inside the book. Sunlight sets, burning golden morning clean, strongest kind of feeling that an evening ever seen. Sunlight sets, one more in the glow. Everything I needed was a place to grow. Lifted in the daylight while the world moves by. Sunlight sets, and I am reaching for the sky. Gold on the iron, gold in my head. Sunlight steps before the day is dead. One more rep beneath the burning light. Every bit of evening turning into mine. Sun goes down and the strength stays high. Sunlight sets and a good goodbye. Yeah, 4:59 and my eyes already open wide. Beat the little buzzer, that is a quiet kind of pride. Cold floor, warm heart, hoodie off the chair. Nobody is watching, but the wind is happening there. City still sleeping while the kettle starts to sing. Discipline is louder than an alarm clock ring. Lace them up, water bottle full and cold. Motion is the only kind of medicine I hold. Half the battle over when the door swings wide. Nothing hits as sweet as the mile I get outside. Sunrise coming later, but I do not have to wait. I am already moving with a smile across my face. Every quiet minute is a brick inside the wall. First one moving always gets to hear the call. First alarm, first move, first light. Everything I promised I am doing right. Let the morning meet me halfway through. First alarm and I'm already new. First alarm, I am up before the sky. Nobody has to push me, I have got my own supply. First alarm, put the work in early, keep it clean. Winning in the hours nobody else has ever seen. Rise, 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 let the whole world sleep. First alarm, this is a promise I will keep. Before the traffic starts, with the hammer in my heart, with the bar across my back. First alarm and I never take it back. Gym is almost empty, only me and one more soul. Nodding at each other like we know the exact goal. Warm up easy, breathe until the body says okay. Then the plates get heavier and heavier all day. No excuse survives when the coffee starts to hit. Snooze is just a stranger that I finally let quit. Every early morning is a deposit in the bank. Nobody can spend it and there is nobody to thank. But the version of me that decided to begin back when it was freezing and the light was pouring thin. Now the habit carries me instead of me carrying it. That is what they never tell you when you first commit. First alarm, first move, first light. Everything I promised I am doing right. Let the morning meet me halfway through. First alarm and I'm already new. First alarm, I am up before the sky. Nobody has to push me, I have got my own supply. First alarm, put the work in early, keep it clean. Winning in the hours nobody else has ever seen. Rise, 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 let the whole world sleep. First alarm, this is a promise I will keep. Some mornings the blanket makes a beautiful case, and the pillow got under better plans in place. But I count to 5 and my feet hit the ground. Argument is over and the winner has been found. Nothing in the day can shake me after that. I already beat the hardest thing on the mat. Yeah. 8 sets in the sunrise paints the wall. Orange on the dumbbells, that is my favorite call. Headphones humming with the bass line in my chest. Everything is quiet but my body doing its best. Building up a morning that the rest of me can trust. Turning good intentions into iron out of dust. By the time the meetings and the messages arrive, I already did the thing that keeps my whole self alive. Shoulders feeling wider and my thinking feeling clear. Confidence is simple when you show up every year. So I said it once again before I close my eyes. Same clean promise for another sunrise. Alarm is just a question and my answer never been. First alarm, first move, first light. Everything I promised I am doing right. Let the morning meet me halfway through. First alarm and I'm already new. First alarm, I am up before the sky. Nobody has to push me, I have got my own supply. First alarm, put the work in early, keep it clean. clean, winning in the hours nobody else has ever seen. Rise, 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 let the whole world sleep. First alarm, this is a promise I will keep. Started as a struggle, now it feels like coming home. Quiet little kingdom in the morning is my throne. Nobody applauding, nobody keeping score. Just a stronger person walking out the door. Give it 30 days and the whole thing turns around. Give it 30 more and you will never touch the ground. All them boring choices are the loudest things I own. Every early hour is another cornerstone. So the buzzer never gets to make a single sound. I am already standing when the morning comes around. First the Lord, I am up before the sky. Nobody has to push me, I have got my own supply. First the Lord, put the work in early, keep it clean, winning in the hours nobody else has ever seen. Rise, 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 let the whole world sleep. First the Lord, this is a promise I will keep. Again, first alarm, and again, and again. Step, no, 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 no. Yeah. Step to the glass with the doubt still loud in my chest. Same old face, but today I am asking for his best. Yeah. Chalk on my hands and the plate's already stacked. Heavy rep is a word that the mirror throws right back. I used to look away when the bright lights hit hard. Now I stare it down like I am holding every card. 12 reps deep and the story starts to change. Muscle writing chapters that the mirror rearrange. No filter needed when the sweat is telling truth. I'm the loudest evidence and this whole room is proof. Turn the volume up on the version I became. Reflection got a voice now and it is screaming out my name. Louder, louder, watch the glass agree. Every single set is another piece of me. Hold a bar and let the echo ring. Mirror, tell me what the honest work can bring. Loud mirror, say it back to me. Say I am stronger than the man I used to be. Loud mirror, shining what I built. Every drop of sweat is pain, I am the one who spilled. Turn it up, let the whole gym see. Loud mirror, screaming victory. And the glass do not lie when the light comes in. Watch me lift my chin and let the day begin. No, the glass do not lie when I show up strong. Every single morning I belong. Started with an empty bar and shaky little form. Now the 45s are stacking like a coming storm. Coach inside my head got a calm and steady tone, telling me the only race is with the man I own. Water, protein, sleep, that is the boring part. Nobody claps for that, but that is the actual art. Shoulders rolling back like a banner in the wind. Confidence ain't gifted, it gets welded in the grind. Piece by heavy piece until it settles in my mind. I can hold it heavy and I never call it pain. Same reflection, brand new posture in the frame. Mirror, learn my rhythm and it's calling out my name. Louder, watch the glass agree. Every single set is another piece of me. Hold the bar, let the echo ring. Mirror, tell me what the honest work can bring. Loud mirror, say it back to me. Say I am stronger than the man I used to be. Loud mirror, shining what I built. Every drop of sweat is pain, I am the one who spilled. Turn it up, let the whole gym see. Loud mirror, screaming victory. Some days the glass shows a tired pair of eyes. That is the day the discipline gets bigger than the size. Show up anyway and let the light and do the rest. Half a tank of effort is still better than no test. Every honest web is a promise that I keep. Even on the mornings when I am arguing with sleep. Bass in the headphones and my heartbeat found a pace. 60 seconds resting with a smile across my face. Nobody ever handed me these shoulders or the spine. I bought them with 1,000 early mornings on the line. Mirror on the left and there is mirror on the right. Both of them agreeing that I'm built for this tonight. Chest at the elbows tight, driving through the floor. Every honest rep is like a knock on a better door. I do not need a crowd when the glass is giving proof. Sweat is on the rubber and my hands are on the roof. Turning old excuses into fuel and into flame. Reflection getting louder every time I say my name. Louder, louder, watch the glass agree. Every single set is another piece of me. Hold a bar and let the echo ring. Mirror, tell me what the honest work can bring. Loud mirror, say it back to me. Say I am stronger than the man I used to be. Loud mirror, shining what I built. Every drop of sweat is pain, I am the one who spilled. Turn it up, let the whole gym see. Loud mirror, screaming victory. Look at what a year small decisions can create. None of this was luck, it was patience in the wait. Same gym, same rank, same familiar squeak. But the man inside the mirror finally learned to speak. Speaking every single, speaking steady sets. Speaking every morning that I chose to have no regret. So I stack a little more and I keep the volume high. Broke is just a habit that refuses to say goodbye. Give me one more round, the story stays the same. Mirror throwing echoes, and the echo is my name. Loud mirror, say it back to me. Say I am stronger than the man I used to be. Loud mirror, shining what I built. Every drop of sweat is pain, I am the one who spilled. Turn it up, let the whole gym see. Loud mirror, screaming victory. Loud mirror, say it one more time. Every drop of effort turned into a cloud. Loud mirror, keep it burning bright. Back again tomorrow with a stronger fight. Glass is only glass, but the man is new. Loud mirror, telling me the truth. Yeah, the full tank. Used to run on nothing but a coffee and a prayer. Empty in the morning with a hurricane of care. Everybody pulling, there was nothing left to give. That is not a life and that is barely how you live. So I changed the order and I filled it up first. Water, food and moving for the body and the thirst. Half an hour early is a very simple tax, but it pays a whole day and it gives me back the max. Now I meet the morning with the meter and the green. Everything is different when the engine is clean. Same job, same noise, same people, same bank. But I show up different when I show up with a full tank. Everything I carry is a weight I can handle. Nothing in the evening never burns me like a candle. Fill it up before the road. Nobody can carry with an empty load. Fuel is not selfish and the fuel is not a prank. Everything is easy with a full tank. Full tank, ready for the day. Everything they throw at me can come and have a play. Full tank, energy on deck. Nothing in the traffic ever ends up as a wreck. Fill it in the morning and I never have to thank anybody for a thing. I got a full tank. Water in the bottle and the food in the bag. Sleep in the bank and I never have to drag. Sweat in the morning and the mood is high rank. Everything is better with a full tank. They pour from empty for a very long time. Everybody got a piece and there was nothing left of mine. Snapped at the people that I loved the most. Running on a fume and pretending I was host. Then I learned a lesson that they never like to say. You gotta fill it up before you give it away. Half an hour lifting is a gift to everyone, because the person coming home is a better kind of sun. Calmer and a warmer and a lot more here. Everything I feel is a thing that they can share. So I never skip the fueling and I never call it vain. Full tank running like a very steady train. Everybody wins when a person fills the lane. Fill it up before the road. Nobody can carry with an empty load. Fuel is not selfish and the fuel is not a prank. Everything is easy with a full tank. Full tank, ready for the day. Everything they throw at me can come and have a play. Full tank, energy on deck. Nothing in the traffic ever ends up as a wreck. Fill it in the morning and I never have to thank anybody for a thing. I got a full tank. Some days the tank is only sitting at a third. That is when I keep it easy and I keep it very hurt. Walk instead of running and I eat a little more. Nothing has to prove itself, that is not what it is for. Tomorrow, it is fuller and the day will be alright. It cycles and I trust it every night. Breakfast is a real one and it hits me like a truck. Protein in the fruit and I am running on luck. No, not luck, it is a plan that I designed. Everything I feel is a thing that I align. Gym at 11 and the energy is loud. 8 solid sets and I'm proud out loud. Afternoon arrives and I never hit a wall. Big the tank was filled before I ever got the call. Even with the family and I still have a spark. Nothing left over for the couch and for the dark. That is what I traded and it never made me sing. Full tank, full life, that is what I think. Fill it up before the road. Nobody can carry with an empty load. Fuel is not selfish and the fuel is not a prank. Everything is easy with a full tank. Full tank, full tank, ready for the day. Everything they throw at me can come and have a play. Full tank, energy on deck. Nothing in the traffic ever ends up as a wreck. Fill it in the morning and I never have to thank anybody for a thing. I got a full tank. I got a full tank. Yeah. If you feel like everything is heavier than before, check the little meter that is sitting by the door. Probably gave a lot and never got it back. Probably the tank has been sitting on the black. Started very simple with a glass and with a walk. Give it 7 days and then we can talk. Because the change is quicker than a person can believe. Everything you needed was a thing you can receive from yourself, for yourself, and nobody to thank. Go and get a full tank. Full tank, ready for the day. Everything they throw at me can come and have a play. Full tank, energy on deck. Nothing in the traffic ever ends up as a wreck. Fill it in the morning and I never have to thank anybody for a thing. I got a full tank. Fill it in the morning and it carries me along. Everything I give is coming out of something strong. Nobody is running on an empty little tank. Everything I build is in a very solid bank. One more morning and I fill it to the brim. Full tank rolling and the lights are never dim. Before the world gets loud, I get a quiet little round. Feet up on the carpet and my heartbeat is a sound. Nothing on the calendar can touch me at this hour. This is where a normal person turns into a power. Stretch it out, breathe it in, let the body wait. 30 simple minutes is the difference that I make. Nobody is texting and there is nothing to reply. Just a man and a barbell in the slowly waking sky. Everything that happens after this is just a bonus, because I already handle what the morning put upon us. So whatever comes at noon can come and take a swing. Every morning when it's such a beautiful thing. Quiet little kingdom where a normal man is king. Early light, early sweat, early grin. Everything I need before the day begins. Stack it up before the world can spin. Give me one more every morning win. Every morning win. Starting off the day with the fire in my skin. Every morning win. Nobody can take all the quiet power that the morning helps me make. Rise it up and let the whole thing begin. Every single day, another morning. Win before the coffee cools. Win and I never break the rules. Win with the sun coming in. Every single morning is a morning. Wednesday was terrible and everything went wrong. Emails were angry and the meetings were too long. But the morning was mine and they never got to touch it. Ay, in the evening I was tired but I clutched it, cause the day cannot erase what I already did. Sweat is in the history and history is a lid on the kind of feeling that would drag me to the floor. Morning wind is armor and I wear it out the door. Some weeks that is all I get and honestly it works. 30 honest minutes in a life that mostly lurks. Nothing changes overnight but everything can shift. Every morning wind is a permanent gift. Nobody can steal it and it never needs a lift. Early light, early sweat, early grin. Everything I need before the day begins. Stack it up before the world can spin. Give me one more every morning win. Every morning win. Starting off the day with the fire in my skin. Every morning win. Nobody can take all the quiet power that the morning helps me make. Rise it up and let the whole thing begin. Every single day, an early morning. Saturday I sleep and I do not feel bad. Rest is in the plan and it is not a thing to add. But on Monday I am back and the alarm is on the shelf. Every early morning is a letter to myself. Say, you can do it, and you did it once before. Morning is a friend that keeps on knocking at the door. Dumbbells on the mat and the window go and go. Music in my ear and the whole apartment cold. Press it, curl it, roll it, finish with a plank. Yeah, 30 minutes later and the feeling is a bang. Shower in the breakfast and the day can come and try. Nothing in the traffic ever makes me wanna cry, because I got the thing that nobody can remove. Every morning win is a permanent groove. Cut into a week that would otherwise be great. One good decision at the opening of the day, that is all it takes, and I promise it is true. Every morning win will make a stronger you. Early light, early sweat, early grin. Everything I need before the day begins. Stack it up before the world can spin. Give me one more every morning win. Every morning win. Every morning win. Starting off the day with the fire in my skin. Every morning win. Nobody can take all the quiet power that a morning helps me make. Rise it up, and let the whole thing begin. Every single day, another morning win. 100 mornings later and the person is not the same. Same apartment, same alarm, completely different frame. Shirts are fitting better, in the mirror is a friend. But the biggest change is how I handle when things bend. Come up in the trouble and I hardly ever snap. Warning was the medicine and nobody sold the map. So I keep the streak alive and I protect the early hour. Everybody wants the fruit but nobody plants the flower. I will plant it every day, until the garden is a wall. Every morning win, and that is all. One good hour, standing like a wall. Every morning win, starting off the day with the fire in my skin. Every morning win, nobody can take all the quiet power that a morning helps me make. Rise it up, and let the whole thing begin. Every single day, another morning. Set the alarm and I will meet you at the light. Every morning win, and every single night. Nothing in the world can take the hour back. Every honest morning is another mile of track. See you in the sunrise, with the brand new grin. Every morning win. Wait. What about this? Yeah. Hands were made for holding something heavier than a phone. Spine was made for standing and for carrying my own. Lungs were made for burning at the top of a hill. Everything about me is a monumental will. I was not designed to sit and watch the day go by. Body wants a reason and I give it a supply. Shoulders like a hanger for the future that I want. Every honest session is a beautiful response. So I walk in early and I greet it like a friend. Iron does not flatter and it never will pretend. Just a simple question and I answer it with this. Everything I am is proof I am built for this. Made for the weight, made for the climb, made for the grinding of a difficult time. Nothing in the challenge makes me wanna miss. Look at what I carry, I am built for this. Built for this. Look at how I move. Everything is heavy and there's nothing left to prove. Built for this, made to take the load. Steady in the storm and never sleeping on the road. Call it out and watch me answer with a fist. I was born and I was built for this. Built out of honest days. Built in 1,000 little ways. Built and it never came for free. Built for this, and this is built for me. Rain on the window when the alarm is going off. Everything is saying that a rest day is enough, but the body knows exactly what it wants to be, and it whispers in the morning that it needs the honesty. So I go, and the going is the whole entire thing. Nothing in the outcome that the showing does not bring. Heavy on the shoulders and it presses on my chest. Smiling like a person who is finally at his best. Nobody was watching when the hardest part was done. That is how you know the thing is real and not for fun. Everything I built was in the hours nobody saw. Built for this, and building is the only law. Made for the weight, made for the climb, made for the grinding of a difficult time. Nothing in the challenge makes me wanna miss. Look at what I carry, I am built for this. Built for this. Look at how I move. Everything is heavy and there's nothing left to prove. Built for this. Made to take the load. Steady in the storm and never sleeping on the road. Call it out and watch me answer with a fist. I was born and I was built for this. Heart is not a warning, it is only a design. Everything worth having sits behind a heavy line. So I lean into the pressure like it came to make me strong, because pressure was the only thing that ever proved me wrong about the little limits that I put around my name. Built for this, ain't grateful for the game. Deadlift on the platform and the bar begins to bend. Everything inside me is deciding not to end. Hips and hamstrings singing an aggressive little song. Body saying quietly that this is where I belong. I got it in the whole gym, feels a little bit alive. That is what I train for and that is why I drive. Drop it in the echo goes and rattles down the wall. Best part is I know that I can go and do it all. Again on Thursday, again the following week. Strength is not a moment, it is patience that you keep. Every ounce I carry is a promise I did not miss. Built for this and everything is bliss. Made for the weight, made for the climb, made for the grinding of a difficult time. Nothing in the challenge makes me wanna miss. Look at what I carry, I am built for this. Built for this, built for this. Look at how I move. Everything is heavy and there's nothing left to prove. Built for this, built for this. Made to take the load, steady in the storm and never sleeping on the road. Call it out and watch me answer with a fist. I was born and I was built for this. Life will get heavier than anything I lift. Bills and the bad news and the sadness and the shift. But a person who can suffer in a squat with a smile has a different kind of patience for the difficult mile. That is the real reason and it never was the size. It was building up a person who can look it in the eye. So I loaded up on Monday like a promise to my life. Everything I practice makes me sharper than a knife. Calm inside the chaos and I never have to miss. Every single day I get more. Built for this. Built for this. Built for this. Look at how I move. Everything is heavy and there's nothing left to prove. Built for this. Built for this. Made to take the load. Steady in the storm and never sleeping on the road. Call it out and watch me answer with a fist. I was born and I was built for this. Built for the morning and the heavy and the long. Built for the quiet and the loud and the song. Everything I carry made me who I am. Nothing in the pressure ever made me slam. One more honest rap before I close the list. Born and raised and built for this. Yeah, yeah. Started counting little, now I count it loud. 2 plates on the bar and a smile in the crowd. Every notebook line is a story that I wrote. Numbers do not argue and the numbers never glow. Monday was a 5 and by Friday it is 8. Progress in the column that I never had to fake. Wait and warm up, log it, do it right. Digits getting bigger every single night. No one has to hype me when the paper does the talk. Every honest entry is another city block. Walking toward a version that I hardly recognize. Big numbers rising like the sun inside my eyes. Every honest number is a promise that I keep. Growing in the daylight and it grows me in my sleep. Write it down, watch it climb. Every little digit is a friend of mine. Add it up and never look away. Big numbers coming for me every day. Big numbers stacking on the bar. Every single session takes me further than I are. Big numbers growing on the page. Strength is just a habit that is written down with age. Count it up, let the whole thing show. Big numbers, all I do is grow. One more plate, one more line. One more reason that the day is fine. One more rep and the total gets tall. Big numbers answer when I call. They say do not chase the numbers, chase the way you feel. But the numbers are the proof that all the feeling is real. Sleep is 8, water is a gallon in the jug. Protein on the counter in my routine. Like a hug, nothing here is flashy. It is columns in the pen. Boring little habits that I run and run again. Squatting up a nickel and I celebrate that too. Small is how the giant never got a bigger shoe. Every month I open up the page and I compare. Man, from January could not touch the man in there. That is the whole magic and it never gets old. Big numbers written in the plainest kind of gold. Write it down, watch it climb. Every little digit is a friend of mine. Add it up and never look away. Big numbers coming for me every day. Big numbers stacking on the bar. Every single session takes me further than I are. Big numbers growing on the page. Strength is just a habit that is written down with it. Count it up, let the whole thing show. Big numbers, all I do is grow. Some weeks the number does not move at all. That is not a failure, that is just a wall. Keep on knocking gently and it opens up wide. patience is the number nobody puts inside. So I log the flat weeks with the same clean pride. Big numbers waiting on the other side. Bar is loaded heavy and the chalk is on my hands. Belt is on the notch that only discipline understands. Deep breath, brace it, drop it through the floor. New personal record knocking on the door. Rack did, walked away and let the feeling land. Quiet little victory that nobody planned. Wrote it in the app and put a star beside the date. That is how you turn a Tuesday into something great. Nobody was clapping and I did not need a sound. Biggest kind of number is the one that I have found inside of my chest, where the doubting used to be. Big numbers, bigger heart, that is all of me. Write it down, watch it climb. Every little digit is a friend of mine. Add it up and never look away. Big numbers coming for me every day. Big numbers, stacking on the bar. Every single session takes me further than I are. Big numbers, growing on the page. Strength is just a habit that is written down with age. Count it up, let the whole thing show. Big numbers, all I do is grow. Pull the whole page out and read it with a grin. That was the beginning of the shape that I am in. Everything I dreaded is a warm-up round today. That is what a year is showing up will pay. So I set another target that is slightly out of reach. Nothing like a number for a teacher that can teach. Write it on the wall and let it look me in the face. Then I go and earn it at my own steady pace. One day it is history and then I start again. Big numbers only grow for people counting 10. Zero was a number that I used to call my own. Now it is 100 and it never slows it down. Big numbers, stacking on the bar. Every single session takes me further than I are. Big numbers, growing on the page. Strength is just a habit that is written down.